What do we think of this outfit? See, okay, so I wore it the other day. I had driven to Pennsylvania with my sister and her husband. I liked it, and she was like dogging on me, and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I thought it was giving kind of shaggy, very Scooby Doo vibes. And she was like, yeah, it is giving that. That's the problem. Oh, wow. We're in the living room today. You want to know why that is? Because my room's a mess. I'm very unprepared for this. Oh God, the camera's out of focus now. Okay, let's not show the vacuum cleaner. Oh, but then there's that ugly. It's a loss no matter what, people. I need to start writing down my ideas and like scripting or something. But that's actually going to go along exactly with my point of what I'm doing today. What has been happening lately? Great news, you guys. I'm no longer depressed. Okay, I'm not gonna say that, but like, it's been a rough while. I think you could tell. I should start with an intro. Should I do an intro? Yeah, that's a great idea. Hi, my name is Jeffrey. I have dreams and aspirations. Yeah. So what I do here, I like to talk about writing. I like to talk about my little writing journey, the highs, the lows. There's been a lot of lows lately. It's great. I just yap and I'm experimenting and I'm having a good old time. Now, I wasn't before. I am now. Yeah, so what's been going on lately? I'm finally getting out of this horrible, horrible situation I'm in. I don't talk about it, but yeah, I've been having a nightmare year. And it's because of this apartment and because of who I'm living with. But that's done. We're done. We don't need to deal with it anymore. Yes. Yeah, I just signed a lease the other day. I'm getting my own place. It's a little studio. Honestly, it can only go uphill from here because this was horrible. No, but so you know what? That has been helping me get into a better mindset for writing. Why did I do that? I don't know why I'm doing all these motions. I'm like really excited about it all, honestly. This is still recording, right? I have to check because one time somebody called me mid film and then I lost all my footage and I was mad about it. I need to upload that video actually because I think it's funny. Maybe I'll splice in a clip of it. I feel oh my gosh, I was talking for like 10 extra minutes after that, and then I find out that somebody tried to call me, and so the video's just all of it's gone. There's I am so pissed off. Wanna I'm not even gonna follow the rest of the list. I'm just gonna talk. How do I even continue? How do I continue? I'm livid. I thought something was amiss over there. It's not. I've been trying to watch more movies. I've been trying to read more. I'm really bad at that. It's hard for me to keep focus on things sometimes. This is a great introduction if this is your first time here, because it's like this a lot. For those of you who don't know, for a while, my first few videos here, I was writing a few different projects. Um, And my thing was, I've always been a pantser. That's always worked well for me. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be like the rest of the author tube girlies. I'm gonna plan. I'm gonna outline. I'm gonna film my process and make my life look great. I didn't do any of those things. I did plan and outline, and it just didn't work very well. And clearly, aesthetics are not my thing. What's wrong with Scooby Doo? Like, what the hell? So, what does that bring me to? Where was I going with that actually? Oh, that didn't feel great. I used to be able to kick so high. Now I'm old. So so I was planning for a while. I was outlining, and it just was not working. I felt like I was putting too much pressure on myself. And as of lately, now that I'm happy again, and why is my nose itching? Now that I'm happy and calm and serene and full of life and glamour. So naturally I was like, okay, I need to start writing again. Like I feel like I need to switch gears from like my last project I was working on because I really really love it. I've been working on it pretty much like nonstop though. And I think I needed a change. And especially with me knowing, okay, you know what? I need to get back into sort of just being free. So I just kind of started writing down whatever was coming to mind. Just scenes, just little what if scenarios. Like, what would happen if blank? Which is how I used to write when I was a teenager. That's how I started everything out. It was always very, very great for me creatively. So I just started doing that. I had just seen Scream 7, and I personally didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. So I was in like a little bit of a, you know what? I do love a good murder mystery. I love Scream. So I was kind of just going through and sort of, the first scene I wrote was like, what would it look like if I did the Scream fountain scene? If you like horror films, you know what scene I'm talking about. But I just decided to do that with this old group of characters that I haven't played with in a while, so that was fun. And then that sort of built into this whole thing. I think I did like 7 or 8 different scene ideas, um, and I was very excited. So yeah, a murder mystery that could be on the table for us. Who knows? Just this week, it had been a little while since I had done the murder mystery sequences, and then I was like, you know what? Today I'm feeling a little bit romantic. I'm feeling a little bit. Okay, I really was only feeling romantic. I thought I had more phrases to go with that, and I really don't. I didn't really have like a lot of solid ideas. I just sort of had this vibe. Okay, so I was thinking sort of like, okay, a sort of retro futuristic vibe, 60s-ish. Um, I was like superheroes. And then I just had this like dynamic in my mind. Anyway, so over the last few days, I have written 12 scenes detailing a little crafting a little world almost. I crafted like a whole little world in just 12 scenes. Not literally, like there's still a lot of missing pieces probably. Um but we're starting and I like it. That was a very long-winded way of saying I am back creatively. Yeah. Woo! That's kind of all I wanted to say. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, now what? I don't know. I just want to do like something to sort of feed that particular idea a little bit more. Whether that's writing out a scene or doing a Pinterest board or making a playlist. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, let's get excited, Jeffrey. See, I feel like I need to add more for substance because I feel like it can't just be this. I promise, I actually am excited. I'm just, you know, you know me with the camera. I get nervous and I'm like, hey, what else do I say? So let's just get started with doing something else. Thanks for listening. Okay, so we have we have moved over to my car, because I'll leave it in. I'm sure you could hear the loud noises coming from the other part of the apartment. So literally right after I had filmed that first clip, the person I'm living with had come home. Okay, editing. So I decided to do. I cut pretty much all of that. Yeah, I'm not including any of it. Not talking about the story. Not keeping that footage of the disruption because it's just not worth it. Not now. Maybe later. That's its own story time. Story for a different day. But yeah, so I started on a scene, and then I was very rudely interrupted. So that kind of sucks, but I mean something was getting started at least. I really wanted to make today a productive day as far as like story stuff goes, and now I'm like, dang, I don't even feel welcome in my own apartment. Like, wow. So that might be all the progress that I do for the day until like tonight. because I'll be back there tonight. But I don't know. I might have to find something to do for the next several hours. God, crazy. Okay. Yeah, just wanted to share that fun little update. So I ended up hanging out with my sister, and we watched the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special. Because this is an important part of human history, you guys. Like, no, yeah. So I feel better now. I'm about to go home. Great. I'm hoping to get more work done. That'd be great, you know? Yeah, I'll probably put my headphones on and just vibe. Yeah. Write out some stuff. Eat some food, because, oh my gosh, I actually just realized I haven't eaten anything all day. We'll be good. We'll be good. Yeah. I wore this shirt the other day. I'm just now realizing that. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought I had an idea on what to say. I actually didn't. Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm just like thinking about it now and I'm like, damn, I'm not even gonna address what happened to the furniture. So I think I mentioned it the other day. Um, that sounded aggressive. I mentioned it the other day. Just that yeah, I've been writing out scenes. Just little I've been calling them experiment scenes because I've been experimenting with the scenes. And I think I don't know. I think I found like the sort of tone, the vibe of what I have been thinking about lately. And they're just like random scenes that literally were just like, okay, what if this happened? What if this happened? So I wrote down, how many did I do? I want to say about like 13. I think I was saying 13 and a half because one of them I didn't finish because I didn't like it. Do I talk about it? Do I talk about what I found? I think I figured out the vibe. Usually I go for more like horror based stories, and I feel like I've been getting a little bit distracted. I feel like I've been getting distracted by like the spectacle, and I haven't been doing as much story work. So with these like scenes, I just sort of was like, okay, these are like the character scenes that I really, really, really want to explore. And with feeling out those, I feel like I've found a nice little story I could tell. Because then last night, I didn't end up writing any scenes last night because I didn't really have any ideas. But what I did was I went through some of the scenes that I had written, and I just sort of I don't know, I kind of like mapped out a little like spine of like what a potential story could be with like these scenes being somewhere in those mixes. It was literally like 10 points or something, just like a big overall arc. Oh man, how do I talk about this? I'm so nervous, you guys. Ooh, that thing's hideous. Did my sister give me that? Yeah, I think she did. So, the vibe that I was sort of going with this one, so in my mind, I was sort of like, okay, I'm thinking like some sort of like retro futuristic, like 1960s sort of. I feel like the closest thing I can compare it to is like that last Fantastic Four movie they did, or like the Jetsons, like that sort of like futuristic 60s vibe. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Can you tell I'm getting like all anxious because now I'm clamming up about talking about my ideas? And then I'll just get right to the point. I ended up real quickly, like literally the first scene I wrote, ended up with this one little pair. And yeah, so basically, what I'm getting at, I think I'm gonna write a romance story, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a little bit, gay, because in case you can't tell, maybe we can redo that. It's very, it's very yaoi, is what I was about to say, and I was like, first I started crafting like a little superhero team, which was pretty cool. And then I sort of like started like diving into a sort of like uh a little what was it? A sort of commentary on like celebrity culture is something I sort of started getting at with the arc, with the scenes. And I don't know, I don't know. I thought it was fun. I have a lot of work to do with like designing the characters more thoroughly because I feel they are kind of surface level right now. Um, but I think the main two, I really I really enjoy them. I feel like the little side characters I was playing with while creating the scenes, I feel like they were a lot of fun, and I feel like they all have everyone feels like they have a place in there, and everyone feels like they have potential, except for Phil. I really don't care for Phil very much. I just call it Project Retro Futuristic. Pretty sick, yeah.
I think I'm changing the project name to just like Project Future Nostalgia because Dula Peep. So stupid. But also, Retrofuturistic is like really long. That's like a really long title. Future Nostalgia is the game. Da, 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 da.
But I think I at least want to sort of map out a little bit about the characters, like at least like at least write down what all of their arcs and like their purposes of the story, like 5 bullet points, but probably, for each character. I really want to get back into the discovery writing. I think I mentioned this before. Um, I just like the planning thing was not working for me. And I don't know. I miss my pantsing. I miss the pantsing. Can we come up with a better word for that? That doesn't. Yeah, we'll just go discovery. I miss discovering. That was always fun to me. Um, but yeah, so that's my little update. My update that took how long to? That took 13 minutes to film. So how are we doing? Okay, so so I ended up writing for about I think the thing said I did like 55 minutes maybe. So I ended up just writing a little list of all of my. I don't think I'm centered. Writing a little list of all my characters that I'm planning on using, all the ones that I've thought of in my little test scenes at least. And I just wrote about 5 bullet points of what their arcs are going to entail. Very little detail. I think that's a good little map, sort of, because it still leaves me a little bit of room to discover things. Because discovery writing, get it? I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's pretty tight, pretty good work. Yay me! Especially given how little I've been writing in recent months. This has been great. So from here, honestly, from here, I don't want to say I'm ready to begin because I don't know if that's exactly it, but I might be. Um, yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll start something tonight, like an official beginning. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, this has been pretty cool progress, I think. Yeah, and it's only 11 a.m. Wow, look at me go! Hooray! So there's still a lot of time in the day. Um, there's still a lot of time in the day, but I think I don't know. I'm definitely gonna end up writing more for sure. Um, but for now, I think it's good to take a break, don't you think? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh no. Oh my. So that's where the couch is now. And the table's back there too, actually. Okay. So I kind of really just wanted to do one last update. Um, I just did little tiny character templates in my Scrivener for my two main characters of this project. They are called Johnny and Simon right now. Um, I think they're pretty neat. But I also just kind of figured that this would be a good place to sort of start wrapping up this vlog. Is that what this would be? I guess so. Yeah. This is kind of where this part of the story ends for now. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to give an update because I know it's been a little while on here since I've really made any progress, and lately I've been making some progress, and I think that's pretty nice. All right. I think that's all for now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's. Where's the button? Oh no. Yeah.